What you talking about? Inspector Gadget.
Hi everyone, it's crazy.
And how you doing? So check this out. Check this out. If you want to go fishing, you need your fishing hat and cap. Bucket is where you put the fish at. Anyhow. How's that, hun? We got levels to this stuff. We got layers. So yeah, I'm having fun. UMAN OG polo shirt, UMAN OG bucket, hat, UMAN OG cap. I'm having so much fun, especially since people are saying I'm starting to look younger. Even though I haven't been sleeping much, I'm so excited, and I just don't want to hide it. So check this out. I think I'm gonna show you guys a world premiere. A world premiere. I didn't mean that. Let's see. I'm gonna put a sticker on here while being live, just to show you guys a preview. And that's the little preview right there. Oh, my hat disappeared. Is it still there? Let's see that. Can't really see the bucket hat. Anyhow, see those shorts? Yeah, I have them on. They're right there. These are, technically speaking, swim shorts, but they have pockets. So you can wear them as regular shorts, and that's what I've been wearing in recent days. Why? Man, because it's more than possible. Get rid of that. Oh, yeah. Hun, can you confirm that you even saw it? Did you guys see that? Not even sure. Try one more time. I'm showing what I actually had on, or have on. I'll do the original one. Right there. So I have those shorts, right? Let me just show you again. And the bucket hat. All with the same logo. This is more like a little conservative line. 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, but I don't see the
You
on top.
You can't see it?
No.
How about now? Because there's a little delay.
No.
You
now,
can't.
now.
Yeah, I was ready to say there's a little delay. Okay, cool. Anyhow, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to change it anyway. I'm going to go right here. I'm having some fun here. Now, you guys are probably saying, how the heck you get those pictures up there? Well, I'm pretty computer savvy. Very technically inclined. And here we go. Let's do another one. Let's see if you guys can recognize that right there. So that, can you see that? Or is there a pause in between again? Should have made it bigger.
There is, well, hold on.
Should have made it bigger.
It's showing.
Okay, so up there you see,
You took it out. Okay, hold on.
it should be a t-shirt now.
Okay, 1 second.
There's a delay, guys. There's a delay. So you see this replica shirt here. Well, we can make the replica shirt, and we can actually wear it.
Okay.
So,
I see it now.
awesome. So here, which I could probably make it bigger, is going to be for the sponsors. You know what? Let me do that. Let me make that a little bigger. The sponsors are going to have their photos or their information in the back, as you can see there. So do you see when I make it bigger? Tell me what you're seeing now. So this is everyone's name on the shirt, which we're doing a replica of the shirt, which is what you see behind me. 97 people, from what I understand. We might have to count, just to get the right count. But if you see there, on this side, I actually have sponsors. Faith Warriors are there, and also our main sponsor. I'm going to have to make it bigger.
Now.
Our main. Let's make it bigger. There you go, right there. Now, this is huge. I have to look under. Cheyenne Rain record label. On the left side and the right side, you see how I have two positions there. We put the Faith Fighters. just for the heck of it. But that could be your sponsorship. Right there. Now the proceeds for all the uniforms, all the equipment, we got keychains coming in tomorrow, guys. We got keychains. That's right. And why am I going all out? Because I believe in this. I believe that the OGs need to get supported. And I know how to do apparel. So I said, why not start an apparel company to support the OGs? You see it real big now?
Yeah.
And I'm under. There's a little slight delay. You notice that, right?
Yeah.
Well, you see again, Cheyenne Rain, which is the record label by my man TKO, Master TKO, that we know each other since we were teenagers. And then the Faithful Warriors, they also sponsor. So there's space there to sponsor. So I'm going to give you guys another 2 weeks, maybe 1 week. You know what? Cinco de Mayo is coming up. So a week after Cinco de Mayo makes it the 12th. So that'll be the last time. These t-shirts are going to go into production. And when they go into production, they're going to have sponsors. And it's the first time ever because no one's ever made these types of replicas, you know, in the manner that I'm talking about. Well, they have there multiple pictures. Let's see. I might have done that by accident. Oh, there it is. So anyway, again, the replica shirt, collector's item. We're going to do a new one September 20th. This is from last year's September 20th. People like Toki Hill and Joey Joyce and Tommy Chen and Jonas Nunes. And then you have Derek Williams. And you have Abdul Aziz. And then you have Ray Torres and Swift. My God, Smokey, which is Jesse Harris, and on and on and on. So, the new update is that we are taking it to a whole new realm. Not only with merchandising, but also with training. There are techniques that people just never had a chance to learn. In martial arts, there's curriculums for forms, self-defense, and some even with weapons. But when it comes to fighting or sparring, they really don't have any curriculums. Now, people think that just because you kick and punch, that you should be able to do well. Well, kicking and punching, the four limbs, are absolutely necessary in terms of having the meats and potatoes. But in order for you to make it taste good, you need some seasoning, some flavor. Then on top of that, you still got to figure out how you want to cook it. So to me, how you want to cook it, it's consistent with what would be the rules of fighting. In other words, sniper fighting, which is what I call so-called sport karate of yesteryear, is stop. In other words, your goal is to stop, like a sniper, stop, sharp, precise, stop, on point. That's one of the rules. Now, the next event I'm going to have, not this one, coming soon for 2027, we're going to have non-stop. Non-stop means that you are going to do continuous. So you got stop, which is point, non-stop, which is continuous, and then we got another rule, KO. KO means what used to be full contact, also known as kickboxing. So in other words, the goal is to get knocked out. And then finally, at some point, we're going to do all out. All out is equivalent to MMA. So those are the four types of rules for fighting that eventually we'll get to. Now, is everyone going to do that? Absolutely not. Just working out right now sometimes makes it difficult for you guys to not be too sore. So, when it comes to the protocol, to helping you guys function to the best of your ability without having to have an operation or take drugs, we have the patches. Super Patch actually works. For those of you who don't believe in anything like that, then we do have peptides. And these peptides absolutely have worked. That's the reason I can say that I am not with those dark shadows. I still got a little bags, so not too bad. But I don't have those dark shadows, especially since I'm dealing with Asia, like right now, as we speak. So people keep asking me, why am I giving away so much money? Because we're professionals. To me, it's been insulting to think that as an adult or an elder, they wanted to pay me less. Honey, when you start a job, do you get more than the people who know more than you? Or do you get the bottom level?
I think the bottom level
You start at the bottom level, right, and eventually you get to manager. So the person who's been there the longest, who has the most experience, usually gets paid based on their experience, correct?
Yep.
Martial arts is opposite. They slap us to the right side, slap us to the left side, because they give away $200 for 15 and above grand champion.
Wow.
They give away $300 for 30 and above grand champions. So that means from 30 to 49, they give you $300 for grand. I'm not sure if that's on stage. And then from 50 and up, they give $200. Isn't that opposite? How come they don't give more for the person who's 50 and up? And they came up with this nonsense, and we all drank the Kool-Aid. And what's the nonsense? Well, there's more kids. If that's the case, how come they're not paying the kids? But they want to pay the 20-something-year-olds. The 20-something-year-olds have less students than the 30s, 40s, and 50-year-olds and above. So if this was a normal business structure, you would have a model that will work. And it will work to be able to compensate people based on their experience and their, what would be drawing power. A 20-year-old, 30-year-old, big difference. Unless you was unique, like in my case, I was a 22-year-old, 23-year-old, I should say, that had 100 students. And from the 100 students, I could take about 20 to a tournament, 80-20 rule. And we used to do that. And then I got to a point where I had 1,000 students, and we brought 200 competitors to tournaments back in the 90s. 100 was pretty easy, too, because we had 1,000 student base at some point, at different stages. My point was in this, that even then, we never did a joint venture with the promoters. So think about it. We've always had joint venture deals where a promoter promotes a tournament. We as school owners bring our students, meaning the money, the show. They do not even give us a red cent. And it's been like that forever. Does that make any sense business-wise?
No.
Like I'm bringing you money and I'm not getting anything back. When, if you give them even 20%, you can still run your event with 80%. And there's always some guy or girl that's doing the negotiations in the corner around the block under the table because they're saying this makes no sense. Well, I, in 2007, came up with a business model, but I'm going to repost that. And that business model at the time made a lot of sense. And it makes even more sense today. In a nutshell, it says this. If you are bringing in competitors to a tournament, and that's what school owners do, then you should be able to earn at least 20% of those monies. 20%. So if you're charging $100 at the door, and or $100 for the event, so I should be able to keep $20 per student. So if I want to make $500, because I can determine that, I have to bring 25 people, and I already made $500, which also means that the promoter now just got the difference. And what's the difference? What's the difference, guys? Do the math. Hun, do the math.
What?
Do 75 times 25 is
1,875.
So the promoter kept 1,875 and you kept 500. Pretty good deal. Let's double check the math. Honey, 25 times 20 is 400. No, going blank. It's 500.
Yes.
500 plus what you had before, which was 18, whatever it was, 1,800. What's that total?
Oh shit.
Sugar. It's a family show.
Plus 1,000.
Hey guys, my brain's a little fried because
I believe it was 1,875, right? Plus the 500 is 2,375.
yeah, something's wrong. Let's backtrack. Let's do it again. If I bring 25 students,
25 plus
no, times 100, no, times 100 equals
2,500.
2,500. If I keep 20%, so do 2,500 minus 80%, which means I keep 20%. What's that?
80%
Yeah, so okay. And that means that the promoter, so if I made $500, the promoter did 4 times what I made, $2,000. That's a pretty cool deal. I bring 20 competitors to an event. No, 25. 25 competitors to an event. I get $20 a head. I earn $500. The promoter now has another $2,000, and that's from one school. That's a pretty good deal. I think so. What do you think, hon?
Yeah.
Both sides win. Right now, they get nothing. So whatever you negotiate. So I did this back in 2007, put it as a business model, and most people have been so abused that they didn't even realize that was a phenomenal deal. So that's assuming the events run smooth, keeping everything the same. I spoke to a gentleman yesterday. He went all the way to a tournament in Florida. I'm not going to say which the tournament is, but it was in Orlando. And his son and him drove 10 hours, huh?
Wow.
And they got to this tournament, and he said that there was so much going on that he couldn't really see, that he was there for about 45 minutes.
Wow.
Then they left to go get something to eat. And I'm like, wow. You couldn't even see anything because they don't have them in the stadium. They don't have them in what would be bleachers. Everyone's on the same level, so you can't see but so far.
Wow.
And this is something that's been going on for a long time. So to me, just because it's bigger doesn't make it better. But now these big events for the 30 plus. Check this out, hon. I give $250. Plus $250, plus $250. So if you're 30 years old, then you win your division against the other 30-year-olds, and our separation is 30-34. Then we give $250. So $250 times 3. So the 30-year-old, the 40-year-old, and the 50-year-old. Now whoever wins grand there, add another $750. Right? So it's $750 plus $750. That's $1,500, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now $1,500. That means that by doing that, I'm giving away more money than 3 tournaments. Actually, more. Because that's only the 30 to 49, basically, which is what they have. So I'm giving away $750 plus another $750. That's $1,500. So if they give away $300, take $1,500, $1,500, and divide that by 300.
1,500, right?
1,500, which is what we're giving for that.
By 300,
5. That means we're giving 1 tournament while they're giving 5 tournaments. So take the U.S. Open, the Battle of Atlanta, the Diamond Nationals, Capital Classics, and Miami, those 5. You combine them, and we give away as much as all of them combined. Does that make sense? Now, let's do the same thing, hon. 60, 70, and 80. So that's the same 250 times. Except that we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. And there's a rule. What's the problem? We already have more than 8 people in the 70 to 74 division. Which means that we have to start a new division. So you know what happens when we do that, hon?
What?
If there's 2, let's say 70 to 74, if they have to do 2 of them, meaning lightweight and heavyweight, if we have to do that, then whoever doesn't win the $250 gets $100. The run up because they did some more fighting. Is that cool? Is that fair? So that's all based on results, and it'll be established before the date because we already know who's going to be, who's registering. And we got some legends. The legendary Felix Vasquez, the legendary Lou Ferrer, the legendary James Sisko, and also a whole bunch of other people that I didn't even know how good they were. One in particular, oh my gosh, Sensei Zeno. I'm not sure what title he uses, but James, phenomenal. I saw him sparring the other day, and I was impressed. I am a fan. He's registered. He's coming from Florida. Then we also have, honey, tomorrow we have to send those size 13s. Can I get it, please? So you can see. This is for Dwayne Maggot. Attention, Dwayne Maggot. Even though he has a different name right now, I apologize. I know my Spider-Man, even though he's known as also Buster. But Dwayne Mackey was a top heavyweight fighter in the late 70s, early 80s in California. And he's going all the way back to the Boogie Down Bronx, where he's from. He's from the Boogie Down Bronx. He trained with both Lamar Thornton and Earl Bennett, who will be in the house here. I'm not sure what capacity, but they'll both come back again. They came to the first 2 tournaments. Just the 13. This is a big box, huh? Because they're getting ready to leave. So that's why I have it separate. Yeah, remember, I separated the ones that we have to send people. Thank you. And can I get the actual box? So this here happens to be your sneaker. Your Sniper 1. There you go. Size 13. It collapses. Oh, there's some stuff in there. Now inside, it also says Sniper. Look how cool. Look. We don't have that on ours. See, it has the logo. And we have to figure out how to get better with this, but here's the box. Honey, can you read the box? Because I can't read it. What it says?
UMAN OG Pro. Older guys, older girls, still kicking and dancing because age is just a number.
And the number 1 with the breaking says the dancing.
Breaking.
So here's the box. A legitimate sneaker box that we have to get better at building. Cuzzo's going to help out with that.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. But how cool is that? Those sneakers are legal for fighting because they literally collapse. And the heel collapses. When you get hit, it doesn't actually hurt. But you have more traction than the average barefoot. Then on top of that, I have these things called toe pads that go inside of your socks. Can I get a pair of socks on, please? I apologize.
Which color?
Oh, how about one of each? Isn't that something? Socks. And she said, which color? How cool is that? Yeah, because we have multiple colors. So here we have the white and we have the black. Now let me show you the difference. The black socks have a big logo that initially when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know if that's going to look when I saw the digital copy of it. I'm not sure that's going to look nice and people are going to like it. In the meantime, they love it. That is the logo there. Right? And it's on both sides. And then we have the white socks. And these were done by 2 different companies, guys. I'm actually not going to be at the mercy of any one manufacturer. So that's the big mistakes. You put all your eggs in one basket and you have a problem. That's what happened to me initially when I started with Recognized Sports, aka with Rec Suits. So this one here, if you notice, the logo is in the front. And then you have the wording of the text on the side, UMAN OG Pro. And in the back, you also have the breakup. Now, for those of you who say, why do you have 2 logos and 2 different genres or industries on the same apparel? Because that's who we have always been. You know how many b-boys or breakers did martial arts? You know how many martial artists were dancers? So I combined the 2 because it makes sense. How are the socks, hon?
Comfortable.
Very comfortable. And I'm telling you right now, guys, we're excited. So like I showed you again, I have the polo shirt with the cap. And if I go golfing, I'm in proper attire. And if I want to go swimming, I should say, not swimming. What is this? I'm at the beach. I'm chilling. Peekaboo, I see you. Inspector Gadget. Only thing that this is one size fits all. This one size, I don't know if it fits me at all.
I don't think it fits me either.
But it's kind of cool. Fun. This is fun. So this is for the people who are fishing and they want to put their fishes here. Yes. They call it a bucket cap. Anyhow, we're having fun with the apparel. Which is the most exciting apparel for you so far? Which one do you like the best? Like the knife finger. Oh,
You go first.
I need you to come over here. Because this is something that I must say I'm very, very, very proud of. You went to see these little boy and a girl yesterday and today. Can you tell me what happened?
My niece and my nephew. Yesterday I brought them their shoes.
What do you mean? They make these for kids?
Yeah. I brought it to them, and oh my gosh, they had giant smiles on their face.
But they didn't wear them today, right?
Yes, they did.
What do you mean?
Yes, they wore. They was like, they love, we matching.
Coordinated.
And
But
I'll
she's
show
a little
you
upset,
his
right?
face.
She's upset at something. What she wants now?
They both want socks. They want to match Titi. They want the hoodies, and they want the t-shirt.
We're gonna have to do something for the kids, guys. Listen, it's not that I don't like kids. I love kids. My grandson, plural, are getting theirs too.
Sorry, hold on one second. This is sorry. You can't really see me, but you could see them. How they're giant smiles.
Why don't you expand it?
I did. Okay.
Happy campers. They look like twins. What the heck?
Right?
Let's see the sneakers.
You can't really see CJ on this side because the
That's
thing
okay.
was in the way.
But I can see. Oh
yeah.
my God, that's so cool. So yes, to answer your question, yeah, can we do it for children? Absolutely.
They had a wonderful time.
Hon, should I tell them the secret?
What? They loved it. They said, thank you, baby.
How about,
And then I told them today, sorry again. I told them today, I said, well, before I left, I said, I'm happy you loved your shoes, puppy. And I told them, Cheryl, I was like, I'm very happy you're proud that you loved them, baby. To both of them. And I gave them a kiss, and they gave me a kiss.
that's cool.
Wonderful.
And so how about if I say this?
What?
Paul Momando hasn't even...
Ooh!
What the heck? You scared me, huh?
I'll sit down.
She can't control herself.
No, I can't.
So, what we're doing for my brother Paul Momando, who he's getting ready to do another movie. They gave it an okay. Getting ready to do another movie. Yeah, we're gonna find out what we can do. Yeah, maybe we can run across the street with these sneakers.
Yeah.
So, guys, listen up. We are doing custom private label. So, if you want something done for your school, whether it's T-shirts, imagine having all your black belts in the T-shirt, and then having that T-shirt become a T-shirt. If you want sneakers, T-shirts, caps, hoodies, and a polo shirt. That's a start, right? Sneakers, socks, T-shirt, cap, polo shirt. With those fives there, you have a clothing line. Now, for years, people would have a T-shirt, a hoodie, and a cap. They could not do sneakers, and they would never think about doing socks. And again, forget about the swim shorts. That wasn't an option before. But we can make anything that you see for us, we can make it for you. Whether you are a martial arts school owner, or you are a principal at a school, or you are a pastor of a church, a CEO or manager of a factory, maybe you own a franchise and they give you some options. The point is that I have, wow, when I think about it, honey, can you do the math over here just because I don't want to mess up? The first time I made something custom.
Okay, what's the math?
All right, so take this year, which is 2026.
2026.
Subtract 1981. Now,
1981.
Wait, don't tell me. Can I guess?
Try to guess first, yeah.
55 years.
No.
What?
45 years. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, I apologize. 45. You know why? Because the 70s would have been, never mind. Never mind. But yeah, 45 years of experience doing some form of apparel. And I got to the point where I manufactured something that was called the Real Easy Kicking Suit, the Rec Suit. And when I did the Rec Suit, it changed the martial arts industry. The first one I did was in 1997, and I still have that Rec Suit. Now, I created the category. So when you see people with alternative uniforms with a different fabric, those are considered Rec Suits too, especially if they have pockets. Even though, so let's say a Rec Suit is, so you have a gi, a dobak, and a kimono, then that's what they call it, also too in the Japanese. And then you have a Rec Suit. The difference, Rec Suit is made out of high-performance polyester, so it's supposed to stretch all four ways, and you have pockets with it. And if you walk down the street, people shouldn't know that you are in a uniform. Except for this. In recent years, and I'm going to put a video of my mom, being honest, as she always was. Rest in peace to Gloria Fontanes. Mama Fast Feet, a.k.a. Tuti.
Rest in peace, Mama. I love you forever.
She literally, and she loves you too, she literally said, what's wrong with these people? They got lines going this way and that way and stars. She says, it looks just like a mess. And then she said, it looks disrespectful. That was her, her slang. But she was right. People walk around in these uniforms in the karate tournament like a clown, in my opinion. Where a rec suit, you wore them down the street and you had lines and different designs, but they weren't gaudy, so to speak. They were really mainstream. When I did my first one, honey, the first one in 1997, I'm not going to ask how old you were, don't say it. But the first one in 1997, I walked from Lexington Avenue on 125th Street all the way to the D train to the other side. And 3 people stopped me. Where you got that from? What is that? It said in my chest, it said Fast Feet, the orange one that says Fast Feet.
Yeah.
And then in my backside, it said Fontanez.
Hey.
1997. That same photo, or I should say that same uniform, is in the back of the first edition of On Point magazine with Kevin Thomas. So that's when I started manufacturing. Now before that, when I sold the school to Excel Martial Arts and my black belt, Mighty Joe, and rest in peace, Chinatown, they bought a whole bunch of Fast Feet Fontanez gear that was with it, and it was included, where we had T-shirts and hoodies and warm-up suits, like straight-up warm-up suits on, like a sweatshirt with sweatpants, and it didn't say martial arts, it said Fast Feet Fontanez, and they had like racing lines to it. I even made wool body coats with a leather collar that my grandmother used to wear. Coats. This was way back. So I have a lot of experience in the apparel industry to the point where I became a cutter and a designer, and international and national and international manufacturer. So I took all that expertise, even though I went to Hell in a Handbag, if you guys know the story. In 2010, I do an episode of Karate Cribs. It's still up, Karate Cribs, Cribs with a K. And then in 2011, everything went to Hell in a Handbag because they killed Bin Laden in Pakistan, of all places. I was manufacturing there. Those borders closed, and 4 to 6 weeks became 4 to 6 months. Then one of our packages got stuck in customs, and they wanted us to pay. It was in customs for 3 months, saying that we didn't have the paperwork. And then afterwards, they wanted us to pay $15,000 for storage.
Oh, hell no.
So we couldn't do it. We didn't have the money, and that popped up on eBay about 2 years after. After they had said that they were going to destroy it. They say, if you don't pay for it, we're going to destroy the merchandise. That's a lie. You know what they do?
What?
It's called a customs auction. And they take your stuff, along with drug dealers, boats, and what have you. And they sell it. So there's one guy in Roxbury, New Jersey, which was only like 2 towns away from where I was up in Succorsona, literally bought this thing. And people say, hey, there's your rec suits on eBay, but for less. And I'm thinking, what? I'm thinking someone knocked me off. I'm going to go visit him. No, I called the guy. He said, no, I just bought this on an auction. Then when I looked, it was the authentic rec suits. And I also saw some people that we had made embroidery for custom uniforms. And their names were still on it. Man, so my family went through one of the hardest times ever. It led to a divorce. In 4 years, my kids went to 4 different school systems. No, in 2 years. 2 years. Wow, every 6 months we had to move. It was horrible. Because when you lose 90% of your income in 90 days, what are you going to do? So I created a whole bunch of havoc. However, I still have the experience of how to do things. That's why when I saw this shirt, which is a replica, it's like a mini-me shirt, Senpai Rodriguez actually has the original one, I said, honey, how about if I can make this actual shirt we can actually wear it? How cool would that be? And her name's on there too, along with all these legends. And I pulled it off. So it's a matter of time before that happens. But the point is that there's levels to marketing, there's levels to promotions, there's levels to advertising. And I pretty much have been there from giving out flyers to some surprises when you come to the UMAN OG. Honey, what's going on with my eyes? This is crazy. Like, you can still see a little bags, but not the way it should be. Not at age 20. This is crazy. I'm so excited, guys. Now, we do have other products that are coming, and I do not want to spoil you. And you know what? Someone just said to me again, if you look online, you should bring back rec suits. You should bring back rec suits. And I'm like, you know what? If I do things, it has to be next level. And next level is happening as we speak. So stay tuned. Because, yes, UMAN OGs, oh my gosh. I have so many things planned for us. That's why I say us one. Us one. Jazz, come and get your sneakers and your t-shirt. And if you want a hoodie, we got a hoodie. We got the white socks, got the red socks, black socks. They came in. I announced it. You know what? We forgot to call Jazz. But I did announce this live yesterday when they came in. So yes, not only do we have the sneakers, Jazz, but we also have the sneaker box and the socks. You saw the socks already. So come on down. Anything else, hon? Not sure if I want to add anything else. No. James Zeno, the last person who joined, he's fighting in the 70 to 74 division, which already has 9 people. And we're excited. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. God bless you. I'm Grandmaster Jerry Fast Feet Fontanez, the founder of the Unified Martial Arts Network, UMAN, OG, all the guys, all the girls, where we're having our Pro. Why Pro? Because we're giving away so far $6,500. Oh, I forgot to announce, Eddie Boone, thank you for your $150 donation. Now we have, add it up, honey. What? We got $6,000 that was invested by Cheyenne Reigns record label, plus $500 that was given by the Faith Fighters, plus dedicated $250 by what would be Virtual Fight Tour. This is what's promised. But what's been given already, another $150. And if we total that, that's $6,900 so far. The goal is to get to $10,000 so we can give it to the OGs and they can have a phenomenal what would be event and get paid. And have, so that's my goal. If we fall short of that, that's okay. So far, we're giving away a lot more than anybody else. But those monies I'm going to go towards, since we're giving $3,000 already in the sparring, we have to match that also in the forms. And there was a different equation where the Grand Champion forms, you win and you get $250 in your age bracket, same as fighting. Plus you get a custom handmade trophy. If you win that Grand Champion, there's another $250 times 2 because it was 2 divisions of 2 age brackets. But now we're going to move that up, hopefully with enough sponsorship to $1,000 also. And then over at the fighting, when you win like the 30s champion, 40s champion, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s champion in fighting, you would get a championship belt. So a lot of money is invested, but they're worth it. The OGs, the older guys, older girls. And yes, if you're a white belt, yellow belt, any belt, we have divisions for you too. Except that you have to be at least 30 years old on that date. How about if someone's going to be 30 in a month? We'll give them a break if it's 1 month away. We are going to be showing IDs, hon. Listen to me. We have to start having people show IDs because some people might end up cheating. If they cheat, we don't want them to compete. Okay. If they cheat about their age, we don't want them to compete. Because we want honor and respect, and that's exactly what we have on the Sniper Instructors patch. Instructor certification, stay tuned. I have a whole bunch of techniques that you guys may have never learned because Yamaguchi and Funakoshi and even Masuyama did not know how to blitz. So if you're able to bridge the gap from a distance, range number 4, as I call it, even though it's backwards from FBA, but FMA, I should say. But I believe that ground zero is grappling and striking and slamming and wrestling. Ground, I should say, level 1 are short techniques, elbows and knees and flips. Level number 2 is punching. Level number 3 is kicking. Level number 4, or the range number 4, that's sniper. And we could bridge that gap with kicks and or punches in a fraction of a second. Hun, let me ask you a question. If a person is 20 feet away and they have a gun, and a person is 20 feet away and they have a knife, according to these studies, if they come in at a police officer, who's more dangerous, the person with the gun or the person with the knife? 20 feet away, which right now this is more than 20. This is about 30 feet.
I believe the gun.
That's what we would assume.
Right?
Nope, it's the knife. Because what happens is this, the gun, you might get one shot off. And if it doesn't hit in the right spot,
Oh yeah, if you just...
and that person with the knife bridges that gap and they're able to get you. So this is something that in law enforcement, they've been teaching for years. Isn't that something? Anyhow,
Wow.
exactly. So understanding how to bridge that gap from a distance, like a sniper, is very important because most people, when they rush you, you can't stop them. So a person hesitates when the person feels like they're too far away. So believe it or not, even in the street situation, it will give you the element of surprise or the ability to get out of dodge. Okay, guys, I'm done. Anything else, honey?
Yeah.
Grandmaster Jerry Fast Feet Fontanez, and just one other thing. Kurt Goldenfeet Holloway is cancer-free after having cancer 4th stage for 6 years. Positive energy and a whole bunch of other stuff does work. I make sure that we contact him, and I'm going to call him in a few minutes. Because tomorrow, we're going to New Jersey, and hopefully we meet him. If not, we're still going. AB,
See ya.
God bless. We out of here.